Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where we last time started the foundations for our city and the general layout for it, and we even started making our own central downtown park. Today we are probably going to expand outwards towards this beach here, and then starting to develop the national park that will encompass this here peninsula. Another thing that we discovered last time is that this here is a source of oil. If we go to our overlay and go to resources, as you can see, that is exactly where some oil is. So we will probably put up some temporary oil industry in this vicinity until such time as that source has been tapped out. So for the meantime, our main source of income is the industrial park over on the side of the motorway, and we are emptying this landfill so that we can start with developing our own logging industry throughout these trees around this side here. We also floated the idea of putting an airport in this open park area over here, which I think is probably one of the first things we're going to do alongside continually developing our city. So at the moment we need more people. So the first thing we're going to do is actually select the right tool and put some people into the area. That is the elementary school. Roger. That is a Flash elementary school. My golly gosh. It's not like the primary schools I went to as a kid, that's for sure. Right, okay. We need to put some roads in. Get the old dirt road. Make sure it's nicely curved. Okay, let's start plugging in some more. Go. That should be enough. Should be the operative word. We're going to put another fire brigade in just in case in the industrial area, and we're probably going to put one right here as well. Alright, electricity is now an issue. Yep, that's pretty bad. That is something I'll definitely be moving at a later stage though, because nothing worse than having beautiful beachside area being tarnished with a big giant power station. Power, or a source of power generation. Right, this facility is now empty. We can now relocate it, and we can slap that bang down. Yeah, right here, why not? And then water treatment plant, we're also going to move that, and we're going to slap that over here as well, and we're going to hook it up with the rest of the sewage system. We are also going to stop emptying. It's now going to get filled. Recycling center, we are also going to move, and they're also going to come down here as well. Right, that should be the gateway to us starting our own industry for the logging. Wow, look at all the cars coming on. What we're going to do is we're going to upgrade our... We're going to upgrade this park just for a little bit, and then we're going to start working on the plazas. So we have all the entrances we want. Park Plaza. Let's stick that in there. Like so. Let's have a cafe. I don't know. In here. Let's have a restroom right next to it. Across the way from it. Let's stick an info booth down this side. And let's just leave it like that for the time being. And there we go. We are now at level 2. So now we can then add in Chessboard. Bam. Now, sewage is a big problem, as is water. So we're going to do an eco inland water treatment plant. I'm going to put it over here. And for water, we're going to actually take it out right over here. We will come back to this park and beautify it at a later stage. It's not actually our main focus. What we're trying to do is we're going to start making our own plaza. And the only place we're going to be doing that is we're going to do it along this beachfront. So the first thing I need to work out is how does one establish a plaza? So the idea is we're going to have high density commercial along the beachfront, right around here. And across the road, we're going to have a walkway and a plaza. Yeah, or plaza area. Or plaza area around the park. But if it doesn't work like that, I'm a little bit bummed about that. Not going to lie. Alright, it's going off the daytime, and I've worked out how to do the parks. What we have to do, well, not the parks, rather, the plazas. What we have to do is we actually have to paint the district first. So at the moment we've got this one and it's called Middle Street. That's not what's going to be cool. However, if we come down here to paths, we need to have a small pedestrian area service point, which is basically a area. So imagine, I don't know, Times Square in New York City. And you've got the road there, cars are using it. And then imagine that whole road area just becomes a pedestrian area. No cars are allowed whatsoever. The small pedestrian area service point allows services, so any businesses that are backed onto or are in the plaza area, trucks can come into the service point, drop off the goods, which then gets carted to that business within that zone. This is what that does, and we need to put that down first. So we need to think about how we're going to have this, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to build another rod coming from about here over to about here, like so. We're going to go into this, have that like so. Why do you have to be awkward? Okay, what we're then going to do is just quickly edit that. Done and done. Go back into this area, parks and plazas. Now we have a wide range of different roads that we can use. Like this one, for example. This is the large sandstone pedestrian plaza. A little bit too big, I think, for what we were wanting to do. So I'm just going to have a quick play around and just find something that I think would look quite endearing and a good fit for the area. Okay, I've decided to do the large cobblestone. I know. I just went through them all, yeah, and found I think the sandstone works well with the whole beach thing that's going on. We'll just have this come along the beachfront like so. We'll have a small connection coming up to this. So now what this is allowing us to do is allowing businesses to be able to be built along the stretch on either side, but we're only going to have it on the one side. And for me, it's just kind of like, well, you've got people walking along the stretch here. They can pop into the shops across the road. If, oh no, little Timmy wants ice cream or something. She can, mother or father or cousin or aunt, whatever, can pop across up from the beach and come into the shops and be like, hey, let's have some ice cream. That's the idea anyway. Unfortunately, we haven't got to the point that we can use high density commercial, but I actually think it would look quite well just with some small stuff along the front. Like, imagine if there was like a surf coming on or something, like along at this part of the beach, and then there's like a surf shop right there, and you can just be like, hey man, I want to have a surfboard or something, and like, cool, let's buy you a surfboard or a boogie board or something. And the reason why I'm putting these houses in here is because power, basically, just spreading the power. We're probably going to make the large 6-lane road coming down here, since this is going to be like kind of like one of the main thoroughfares. Oh, we haven't hooked up the water. That's my bad. Let's just quickly do that. And what we may do is we're going to grab paint park area. What we're going to do is we're going to have this running alongside like so. Just get the bigger one. So that side's a park, that side's a plaza. And we're probably going to do the same thing for the main downtown area. So we're going to have the airport over here somewhere, and we're probably going to have a lot more high density near and around the airport. That sounds kind of bad when you think about it, or now that I think about it. So we could, I don't know, I'm thinking the high density stuff's going to be more out this way maybe. So yeah, that's how plazas are made. We will beautify this eventually, and I may even add mods to allow for connections. And what I mean by that is have stuff like stairs coming up to the walls and so forth. And that's what I'm actually trying to look for at the moment, is inside the parks, whether or not there is area must have a main gate. Oh yes, that's right. Really, you can't put a nature reserve inlet on a plaza road? That's a bit sad. What about this one? Let's try that out. Nope. No, can't be done. Oh, that's just sad. I think that's an oversight, really. I think it'd look really nifty having a park right on the beach. Oh well, it is what it is. That's fine. We just pretend in our heads that that's what we can do. Oh, we can now build a hospital. Can we? Medical helicopter depot. Sports hall and gymnasium. Right, how much is that one? 120,000. Blimey, I've only got 56,000. No, I can't do that. It's just said I can't do it. Or will it work? If I was to put a park behind here and have that connecting up. Oh, there'll be something we explore. We put a plaza in. Hooray. That's one of the goals that we set out to do for this episode. All we need to do now is we need to level up 2 more times for the housing, so that we can actually get on to being able to do some cool stuff. By cool stuff, I mean high density, do that kind of stuff. Airport. Where am I? If I was going to do an airport, what side should I do it on? I mean, I feel like I should put it on this side, because that way if there's any cargo, it'll go straight into the industrial park. We're going to do that. There's a new building. Hooray. That's not my problem at the moment. We're building an airport. Let us just go something like this. We now have too much soil. This is the only problem with this game, I find, is it banks the soil. Just going to call this Mount Soil. Oh, we can sell. No, I don't want... I want to sell it. I don't want to buy it. I want to sell it. It's like a volcano, that one. Oh, hello. We're now a busy town. We now get access to the nice roads. Yes, not all of them, but a lot of them. There should not be traffic queuing up here. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the large roads, motorways. Do something like that. Probably make it 2-lane, to be honest. Or, alternatively, we can make this roundabout 3-lane. There we go. That should free up the traffic just a little bit. What this is saying to me is we have too much population on this side. We need to start adding more stuff on the other side. Anyway, that's enough staring at traffic. I could do that all day. May put a park in here. In fact, I think I will. Is it too close to the other one? Yes. Does that matter? No. City needs more power, does it? Well, does it what? Still need more power. Alright. Put down another one, shall we? What I might do is buy that section there. Yes. Park building's on fire. Fire brigade? Oh, that's unfortunate. Fire brigade and unable to attend. That's a little lame. This is fine. Build a disaster response unit. It's fine. It's fine. It's the main attraction of the park is the cafe ruins. No, it's the park. Obviously, someone didn't like the info that the park gave out, so they burnt it down in a fit of rage. Okay, let us just finish building the roads. Now we can get the good roads out this way. And we're going to extend the plaza. Let's go out there like so for the time being. That'll do. And we'll grab the plaza roads. Yeah, now we're cooking with gas. All we need now is just money. That's basically all we need to do. What I might do is I might just take out a loan. Let us build a disaster response unit. Disaster response unit, you guys can come over here. Besides you guys can have a fire helicopter, and you guys can probably come down here like so. Now we can rebuild. I do love how they've just parked in a tree. Alright, rebuild. Bam. You guys need power. That's totally fine as well. Just do this. Bam. You need water as well? Let's just do this. Bam. I hope you guys at home are seeing the vision I have for this place of what I'm setting out to do. If there's any suggestions you think I should be doing, or any mods that you think would work well, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. I am always on the lookout for mods that I can use. Okay, how are we going to do this airport? That is the question. And the answer to that is with money. Like all things in this game. And in reality too. For you to be able to do stuff, you first need money. Oh man, there's so much I want to do right now. I want to get rid of level all this land out. I want to get that done. I want to get rid of all this soil and buy another tile someplace else. I don't know, like over there in the mountains, and just toss it all that way. It looks like there is more oil out there. Let's have a look. Resources. That's the wrong one. Resources. Yeah, it is more oil. Ooh. And there's some goody ore in there as well. Nice. Okay. Now, the thing that cracks me up about this game is you need to have a flat piece of land for an airport. I don't know about you guys, but have you actually seen how not flat an airport runway actually is? You look at any airport runway in anywhere in the world, and where they land could be higher to where they stop in terms of ground elevation, or it could be the other way around, or it's bumpy all along the entire thing. It's quite like a road going over hills or whatever. There is no such thing as a flat level runway in the world at all. So kind of, I can understand it not working with, like, I don't know, a hill like that, because if you had a plane and you touched down and you got this wall here, that is a plane crash. That is a plane crash. But if it's more gentile, like over here for example, where I'm shining the torch, I don't know if you guys can see that with the compression that YouTube does. There's a slight little lip here. That's fine. You can land a plane on that. You can land a plane here and it can easily go over it, or you can land a plane coming this way and it just dips down. Obviously it's not ideal. You watch those airport shows like Border Control or anything that, like, I don't know, the English one, the Heathrow world's busiest airport or something. And you watch them when they show the planes coming in, and they'll be standing at one end, the opposite end of where the planes are coming in to land, and you can see with the lights that are on the tarmac itself that the runway is not even. Anyway, plane stuff. Where was that? Public transport. 2-story terminal, or do we want the classic? Go with the classic. We don't really need 2-story. Okie doke. Alright, we need a road. What am I going to do here? Obviously, we need to start thinking about public transport. Do we have access to trains? No, but we do have a tram. Well, now that's interesting. I have a tram. You could have a tram like this, and then that comes all the way out to here like so. And then we upgrade the roads down this way. There's a reason to my madness here. Just watch this space. So the idea is we are going to have a tram line that is going to come all the way down through here. We're going to have a tram line coming down this way, and down these main arterial routes is have a tram line there, and then coming along the back of the boulevard we're also going to have a tram line following that along as well, and that all connects up. Unfortunately, I just took a look at the time. That is all we have time for today. Going back to my earlier points earlier in the video, if there's any mods you'd like to see in the game that you think would help me out, or some aesthetically pleasing ones, and ones that could be quite cool, like stairwells down to the beach from the boulevard, something like that, or even some paint texture tools that allows me to like make it look like there's a pathway leading from the boulevard to the beach, and maybe even decorate the beach with like surfboards, beach houses, you name it, beach tents, whatever. Any mod suggestions that you can think of, I would greatly appreciate them, and I will look at them and introduce them to the series. Hopefully it works adding them to it, quite like how it does for Transport Fever 2. If there's any other suggestions you can think of in regards to the boulevards, how you would like to see things, or even the what you would like to see at the airport. But as always, I have been your host, Sir Firecat. I eagerly anticipate comments in the comment section below. Until next time, take care.